Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz. Thank you for stopping by. I have a very interesting deck for you today. It's an unboxing. It's the Deamon Tarot by Ariana Osborne, The Forbidden Wisdom of the Infernal Dictionary. Now, I looked it up a little bit as far as daemon. I know there's a difference between a daemon and a demon. And daemons were thought to be lesser deities or good angels. And then, of course, Christianity came in and changed it and turned them all into demons. So it's just interesting. I don't know exactly what the book is about, or I've seen some pictures of the cards. They look interesting. So I thought it was not expensive at all, so that's kind of why I ordered it. It's also put out by Sterling Ethos, which I've gotten a few decks recently. A lot of them were at a really good price, so I don't know what's going on with Sterling Ethos, so you might want to grab them while you can. Okay, so what does the Deamon Tarot hold in store for you? Summon the power of infernal beings to guide you on your path. For the 1863 6th edition of the Dictionary Infernal Dictionary, a volume filled with entries about magic and the occult, demonologist Jacques Auguste Simon Colin de Plancy commissioned over 500 unique engravings, including 69 signed illustrations by Louis Breton, mostly compelling portraits of named daemons. Now author Ariana Osborne has created a matched set of 69 cards out of Breton's works and written a companion book of illustrated entries for each. These entries detail each daemon's attributes, compiled not only for the dictionary, but from a variety of other sources. Osborne's own interpretations and insights into the subject of each card and focused meanings to use in a traditional one-card drawer or 6-card spread. The next best thing to dragging a demon into your living room to answer all your questions. I should say daemon. It's not a demon. It just looks interesting. It's a 69 card deck. It's not really a tarot. I did look up the reviews on it on Amazon because that's where I got it from. And people were saying it's more like an oracle deck. And that's, if I'm going to use it, I'll be using it with that, like that. So it's got 69 cards and it's a 160-page book. So it's interesting. It's a big box, big hard box. Oh, look, the book is in plastic. That's different. Oh, that's strange. The book is in plastic. The cards are not. Now these boxes here with these little black plastic things, and they're not my favorite. But I would prefer that instead of a box where the cards are just like willy-nilly. I wish the cards were the same size as the box, and I wish the box, of course, was smaller. All right, I am just gonna take this plastic off. Goodness, that plastic was on pretty tightly there, and I actually had to use the scissors, and it still took a little bit to get it off. So this is the book, and it's kind of interesting. Oh, look, Kali. Kali is not the only non-Christian goddess that Colin de Plancy demonized for his dictionary. Neither is she the only Hindu deity included in his or her text. Kali can be a terrifying goddess. She does wear a necklace of skulls. She carries weapons that reflect her powers of destruction, a sword and a sickle. And with her dark eyes and midnight skin, it's easy to believe she is a formidable woman to be respected, if not feared. As with many fearsome and powerful personalities, Kali is representative of an essential and amazing force in our lives, and that of change. Focus, the divination, and I'm sorry, I just had to read that because I just opened up to it. Now, it's not with a K, it's with a C, but of course, as we can tell, that definitely looks like Kali, other than the hair. Honestly, it looks more male to me, but that's just the way the drawing was done. Anyway, so it's pretty cool because it's got the red around it. Let me just see. I'll just do a quick search. So there's a preface. What's this here? Oh, so it's got them all in order. I wonder if they're numbered. If they're not numbered, at least they're in alphabetical order. Okay, and this is 69. Let's see if I know any of them. Mammon, Moloch, let's see. Some of them I do. Kali, Furfur, that's cute. Beelzebub, okay. So that's got interesting names. All right. I am not scared of this deck at all. You know, after all, it's just pictures and stuff. If you are afraid of it, don't buy it. Seriously, just leave it alone. I'm not bothered by this stuff. I used to be. I really am not. Really not anymore. All right. So there's 2 parts. Are these all the same? Yep. There's 2 parts here. I'll do one at a time. It'll probably just be easier to hold. And then this is the back. Les cartes infernales. I'm guessing it's the infernal cards. I'm just guessing here, you know. And it actually has a description on each card. These are cool. It has a description on each card of the particular angel, Deamon, whatever. So this should be relatively quick. Okay. Abigor. It says here, Abigor, also Eligor, Eligos, is a fallen angel and Duke of Hell. He is described by demonographers as a handsome knight carrying a lance and standard, having 60 military units under his command. So he's on a horse dragon thingy? I don't know. Oh, this one's cute. Abraxas. Abraxas. Oh, you know what? There is a book. Oh, what is it? Manon. Manon was the witch. Abraxas was her. It wasn't really a dragon. It was called a wyvern. And oh, what book was that? Oh my God, I can't remember. It's a really interesting book. It's all about it's the Glass Throne series by Sarah Moss. It is. It's the Glass Throne series. Such a good series. Books. Excellent. So Abraxas, that's pretty cool. Okay, sorry, I went off on a tangent, but it just struck me. I hadn't seen that. So Abraxas, also Abraxas. I'm sorry, also Abrax. Is an ancient god whose name gave us the mystical word abracadabra. The demonographers made him into a demon with the head of a king and snakes instead of feet. Oh, I didn't notice his feet. Ew, that's kind of gross. Okay. He does look kind of cute, though. Look at this one. Adramelech. Adramelech was an ancient sun god in the twin cities of Sepharvaim. He was later designated as a ruling demon of hell with the head of a mule and some aspects of a peacock. Honestly, they're strange looking, but not really frightening. Agares. So these are all like sort of, I don't know if they're all Latin names, but they're coming up in my head as Latin names. Gares was once a member of the angelic order of virtues and is now a Grand Duke of the eastern region of hell with 30 legions at his command. That cracks me up. That literally cracks me up, okay? We got all kinds of, we got legions of hell, and we have areas of hell, the north, east, south, and west. That's crazy. All right, Alastor. Alastor is the strict executioner who carries out the sentences passed down by the rulers of hell. The word Alastor may also refer to any avenging spirit or to the personification of wrathful justice. Alosir. Alosir. And it does have different pronunciations and different names, but I'm not going to get into all that. I'm probably not going to read them all either. Alosir is a Duke of Hell with 36 military units under his command. He appears as a knight riding an enormous steed. His face is like a lion's with a ruddy complexion and fiery eyes. Okay. What is that sound? Oh, my cat. Something's trying to get in here. Must be my cat. Must be Zeus. Okay. Amdusias. This one's interesting. Amdusias is a Duke of Hell in command of 29 legions. He conducts invisible instruments in melodious concert, and the trees bow to his voice. Okay, does that sound scary at all? Okay. Cracks me up. All right, Amon. Amon, possibly related to the Egyptian Amun, is a fire-breathing marquis of hell. He has the body and teeth of a wolf, tail of a serpent, and the head of an owl. 40 military units are at his command. You know, this was written by men, or a man, or whatever, because it's all military units and this, that, and the other thing. I'm telling you, it cracks me up. It's so funny. Andres. Andres is a Marquis of Hell in command of 30 military units. He carries a pointed sword and rides a large black wolf. Demonologists describe him as having the body of an angel and the head of an owl. Interesting. I like the wolf. Okay. Asmodeus. Asmodeus is a lustful king of hell with 3 heads, one a bull, another a ram, and third a man, breathing fire. He walks with a limp and rides a lion with wings and neck of a dragon. These creatures are very odd. Astaroth. Now, I have a deck. And I think I did a video on it. It's the Fallen Angels deck. And some of these names are actually in there as well. And I like that deck, honestly. I find it's a dark deck, but I find it very accurate. So, Azazel. All right, I'm going to go forward. I'll read a few of them. Baal. So this is all about the kings of hell. I mean, how many kings of hell are there, for goodness sakes? Balon. And you can read it like right here. You can pause it and read it yourself. Barbatos. This guy looks like a guy. Let's see. Barbatos was once of the angelic order of virtues, but is now a count and duke of hell with 30 military units under his command. He appears as a hunter, and 4 kings sound their horns at his approach. Okay, so I'm sorry, but if these people go to hell and they have all this stuff, honestly, it's funny because it makes it sounding a little appealing. I'm not saying hell's appealing, but the way it's written. Okay, Beelzebub. We've all heard this. So Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies and very powerful chief of hell. He is described by demonographers sometimes as a giant fly and sometimes as having a human appearance. Well, he's a demon. Can't he change into other humans? Behemoth. He looks a little bit like Ganesh, being an elephant. Behemoth is the lord of gluttony and the high cupbearer of hell, but some demonologists claim he is nothing more than a terrible but simple beast. He may look like an elephant or some extinct creature. Okay. Belphegor. Berith. Berivra. Now, reading these cards, it's giving me the little explanation here, but I wish instead of putting the explanation here, they had put either the keywords or the divination meaning to it, because with this, you're definitely going to have to use the book. You're just going to have to, because the description of the entity does not give you, I mean, you're not really going to know by reading the description exactly what it's about. Like Kali is a goddess of destruction, but she's also a goddess of rebirth and protection. There's all kinds of stuff. So, all right, brooms. All right, so this is brooms are an old and powerful symbol and tool of witchcraft. They are traditional vehicles of magical travel, essential elements of various rituals, and useful for sweeping up dust. Yeah, you think? Silly. Buer. Like Bueller, no, just kidding. Bufonite. Oh my God, this one's hard. Carcrinolus. He is a president of hell with 36 military units. 36 is like a key number here. 36 military units under his command. According to demonographers, he is often manifest in the form of a winged dog. Oh, I'd like a winged dog. That's kind of cute. And of course, here's Kali. Kali is a demon queen whose appearance and description are very loosely based on the Hindu legends of the goddess Kali. Her skin is as black as midnight, and she wears a necklace of golden skulls. Kayam. Cerberus. Oh, I know Cerberus. Cerberus is the three-headed god that guides, it's Hades' dog that, let's see, I'm going to read it. Cerberus, also Neberus and Naberius, is a Marquis of Hell with 29 military units under his command. He may appear in the guise of a raven or a three-headed dog, and his voice is hoarse. Well, that's not the traditional, in my understanding of Cerberus. Cerberus is the three-headed dog that guides the gates of Hades. Demas, or Deumus, Urinomi, Flaga. So Flaga, whose name may be from a Swedish word meaning gust of wind, is a Scandinavian fairy or possibly a very powerful sorceress whose domain is the air. She has an eagle for a steed. So she's, you know, it's like they've taken these legends and turned them into demons, and they're not. Flavros. He looks like a cross between a cat and a rat. Forcas. They're all presidents of hell, and they all have, you know, 30 legions under their belt. Furfur. This is cute. Furfur is a count of hell with 26 military units under his command. He appears as a winged heart with a rough voice, and he must be confined in a magical triangle before he will speak the truth. Ooh. So he's Furfur. Oh my god, this is Ganga Grandma. Ganga Grandma. Ganga Grandma may have been loosely based on some Hindu legends, but with much lost or changed in translation. He has, according to Colin de Plancy, 4 arms, and he carries a bowl and fork. Okay, so I'm not loving the idea of this deck. I mean, no, that's not true. I like the idea of the deck. I don't like the execution of it. This here, like I said, I wish the divinatory meaning was there. This is giving me nothing. Yes, it's interesting to understand it, but it's not going to help when I'm doing a reading. So, Garuda. And we have the other part here. Okay. Gamori. Haborim. Ipes. Oh, I know what a Lamia is. She's kind of like a vampire. Lamia. Lamia was once a beautiful queen whose grief over the loss of her children turned her into a monster. Lamia also refers to later monsters, women who rob graveyards to feed on the dead. Well, I used to, I've read it somewhere that I thought it was more like a vampire, but okay. What is that? Lechies? Oh, it's Leonard. I'm sorry, that's so funny. Okay, Leonard. Leonard is a grandmaster of the witches' sabbats. He may take many forms, including a black bird or a withered tree, but most often manifests as a man with the head of a goat and 3 horns. So he's kind of like the devil, but his name is Leonard. Oh my god, that's so funny. Ah, I love it. And here we go, Lucifer. Lucifer is a fallen angel whose name is also that of the morning star, the planet Venus, which is also known as the bringer of dawn. He is a king of hell who appears as a beautiful child. Malthus. Mammon. Mammon is the personification of greed, and he allegedly taught mankind how to strip mine the mountains for gold and other treasures. His name comes from the Aramaic word for material wealth. Okay. So let's see if that one, the Mammon one, actually lines up with material wealth. Let's see. Marcochius. Melchom? Moloch. We've all heard of Moloch, They used to actually burn children on those altars, which, gross. Moloch, also Melech, is the exiled god king of the Ammonites. His ancient idols, which also served as crucibles for his living sacrifices, depicted him as a throne king with the head of a calf. I mean, if you go into the history of the Middle East and stuff, there's stuff about Moloch and Baal and Asherah and Astar. It all blends in with a lot of stuff that we've been told that's not really, it's not, what we've been taught isn't really what the truth is about these deities in a lot of ways. It's been very twisted. So I follow a channel, I used to anyway. Right now I'm kind of annoyed, but it's Myth Vision, and there's another one. Oh, what is the other one? Oh, I can't remember now. Of course I can't. But Myth Vision is really good. It's got some really, really excellent information. So, my Kali, or my Kale, Nick R. My son-in-law's name is Nick. So, Nick R., also known as Nyx. Nyx is a goddess of night, I believe, in the Greek pantheon. Nok, Nick, Neck are spirits of the rivers, lakes, and oceans of Europe. Although they may sometimes be mischievous or cruel, they have also been known to save drowning men. Interesting. Nibas, Orobus, Paimon. Oh, this one's interesting. Paimon, also Payman, is a king of hell who manifests as a man with a feminine face, astride a camel. He commands 200 fallen angels, half previously of the heavenly order of powers. Piccolas, Pruflus, Rahovart. These names are wild. Ribisol, he looks like a little troll. He's kind of cute. It says here, Ribisol, also Ribisol Krakonos, is a guardian spirit of the giant mountains of Central Europe. He commands the thunder and lightning and is quick to take offense to the use of his name. Okay, we won't use your name then. Ronolf, this one's picking his nose. What's going on here? Says here, Ronolf, also transcribed as Ronwi, is a Marquis of Hell whose appearance is simply described by demonologists as monstrous. He is a gifted speaker in command of 19 military units. Why is he picking his nose, though? That's so weird. Sabbat. The Sabbats are gatherings of witches for ritual or celebration. They may occur during the nights of the full moon or the changes of seasons, and when a coven wishes to gather for strength and communion. This is back from the day when they literally demonized women for just, knowing things, like how to cure things, how to, who knows, all kinds of different stuff. Skokes, Stolas. Now, this one here, I've heard of him. Actually, this somebody that I listen to occasionally online. He does all kinds of stuff. Does political commentary, a lot of stuff with the occult, and he actually has seen this entity. He says that's who it is. So, Stolas is a prince of hell with the command of 26 military units. Demonologists state that he may manifest as a human when summoned, but his true form is that of an owl. And he says he's seen this entity and occasionally does communicate with him. So, I don't know. Tap. Torngarsuk. Torngarsuk is an Inuit god who watches over the fishermen of Greenland. He may appear as a bear or a one-armed man, and he speaks with the familiar spirits of the village shamans. See, not scary. Yukobak. Oh, this one's funny. Yukobak is Yukobak is not one of the ruling class in hell. He is charged with maintaining the oil in the boilers of the underworld, and is claimed that he should be credited with the invention of fried food. Oh my God, we like you. Fried food is very tasty. Not good for you, but it's tasty. Volok. What is this? Vual. Witches Round. So it's not all demons per se. Witches Round is a ritual dance that often involves leaping, whirling, and spinning wildly around the fire. 3 is a number of power, and the dance is often performed in sets of 3. Okay. Let's see. Zaphan. Okay, this one's funny. Zaphan was once an angel, but he advocated setting fire to heaven and was cast out for his rebellious suggestion. Now he constantly maintains the furnace of hell with his bellows. Interesting. This is just, a lot of this stuff is people's imagination about how the spirit world, I guess, would work, in my opinion. Because, I mean, why the hell would hell? Why would they have oil? Why would they have bellows? It's a spiritual place. They don't have... It's spirit. If there's such a... I don't even believe there's such a place, but whatever, you know? Yeah. Yan Ganti Tan. Yan Ganti Tan, John of the Fire, is a spirit of the night from Brittany. He carries 5 candles on his 5 fingers, with which he can offer a traveler aid or lure them from the path. It actually sounds more like a fairy. And Zabos. Zabos, also Salos, is a count of hell in the command of 30 military units. He has a kind and peaceful nature, and he manifests in the form of an armed soldier riding a crocodile. Okay. He manifests as a peaceful nature. That's awesome. Okay. I'm going to read Mammon here. I'll probably grab a couple more. All right. Let's see. There is a preface here. And it's, you know, it's got a few pages. Maybe, what, 5 pages? So, no, that can't be right. Did I just read that wrong? Oh, okay. It starts on page 9, but there's only like 6 pages. All right. Let's go to Mammon. Leonard cracks me up. I'm coming back to Leonard after because he cracks me up. That's so funny. All right. Mammon. M-A-M. Where are you? M-A-L. I know I'm in. Oh, here we go. Mammon. Annotation. Mammon is another concept that evolved into a demon over the course of centuries. Initially, the Aramaic word mammon was simply a neutral word for material wealth. This innocuous term first started leaning towards a negative in the New Testament of the Bible, when Luke and Matthew both make mention of mammon as a master one cannot serve while also serving God. One would pursue mammon over serving the Lord would be falling into the sin of avarice, and so the word mammon began to be associated with greed. Colin de Plancy quotes Paradise Lost, one of the first appearances of mammon as a personification of avarice, in which Milton names mammon as a demon or daemon who spent his time before the fall from heaven thinking about the riches on earth, and later taught men how to rifle the bowels of their mother earth for gold. Many things are not so bad in moderation. Tiny bit of greed could arguably act as a force of positive motivation. Unfortunately, it's very seldom that there is such a thing as a tiny bit of greed. Avarice tends to root itself fairly deeply, and each bit of material wealth gain only leads the greedy person to wonder how much more they can be acquired. Divination. Beware of avarice. Focus on gaining needs and comforts. Avoid not being able to appreciate what we have in the constant pursuit of more. So that one kind of like goes with its meaning. Okay. Let's see what we got here for Leonard. Leonard cracks me up. Okay. Leonard's is one of the daemons most closely associated with European witchcraft and gatherings of those accused of witchcraft. Also see Sabbaths, page 117. According to Colin de Plancy, Leonard was often referred to as Le Grand Negre, the Black Man. He appeared as a man with goat's head and 3 horns. When he appeared at witches' Sabbaths in the position of Grand Master of Ceremonies, the witches would kneel and kiss his backside, where he was said to have a human face. Oh my God, that's funny. Inspiration. Colin de Plancy notes that Leonard is not a charming or kind-hearted daemon. In fact, his demeanor when summoned outside the Sabbath is very dreary and unlikely to answer questions. It is only at larger gatherings that he acts the part of a leader and high-ranking official of hell. It would seem that the alleged acts of prostration performed by the witches in his company are simply a part of ritual instead of any sign of actual respect of honor. Divination. Beware of fawning for attention from authority figures or superiors for no other reason than their position. So basically, you can stop kissing people's butts. That's funny. You know what? She missed the mark on this. Or it might not have been her, because sometimes the creators really don't have much say. I don't know. That's what I heard. I'm not 100% sure on that, because if they had put just the, well, this is Maimon, but say we had the Leonard card, and instead of putting this description of what the daemon is, they had put the divination part of it, which is very small. If you can fit this here, you can definitely fit this small little part here. That would make a lot more sense. Honestly, a lot more sense. Let's do Furfur. Let's do Furfur. Okay. Did we already read that one? No, we didn't. I think the first one I read was Kali. Okay. All right. Furfur. Annotation. Furfur is an Earl of Hell who commands 29 legions of demons, according to Wyer's Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. Furfur appears in the form of a stag when summoned and will only tell lies in that form. However, if he is compelled to enter a magical triangle, see also Flavros on page 63 and Skokes on page 119, he immediately transforms into an angel and will tell only the truth. The Latin word furcifer, from which Furfur's name may originate, means forked, rascal, or rogue. Inspiration. Furfur is said to be able to create storms and tempests, incite passions, and cause lightning to strike and thunder to shake the land wherever the conjurer requests. It would seem that in conjunction with Furfur's rakish name, his gifts are destructive and cruel. However, Furfur's other gifts is the ability to strengthen the bond between married couples into something unbreakable and eternal. Aww. So we see that Furfur's gift for stirring passion and excitement can be used to destruction when it used in excess, but it can be one of the most valuable tools when used in moderation. Of course, relationships should be built on trust that doesn't require a magical triangle, so Furfur's gifts should be considered with judgment. Divination. Focus on enduring love and passion. Beware of strong emotions becoming destructive. All right, so this is one of those decks that if and when I use it, I would only be probably pulling one card and then reading. I have to read from the book. I would have really not much choice because of the way that the deck is structured. You know, it doesn't give me anything valuable. In my opinion, this description here, that's in the book. If I want to know, I'll go and read the book. I would have much rather have the divination part here, you know. Let's see what this Witch's Round says, though. That's kind of interesting, because that's not like a daemon, whatever. All right. Okay, annotation. In dictionary, Colin de Plancy's entries on the Dance of the Sabbath quotes Pierre de Lancre's assertion that the dances are taught to witches by the devil himself. The dances described by Colin de Plancy are not only performed during the Sabbath, so that I have chosen to list them in this book under the more general name from folklore, the Witch's Round, Many demonologists, especially those concerned with the danger of witches, recorded the traditional witch dance as very rough, involving using wooden switches or fire to force the dancers to leap and spin. Other folklorists have recorded more joyful ring dances as witches and fairy rounds, no less frenzied and wild in the other accounts, but with joy and celebration instead of violence and madness. I literally don't know anybody who considers himself a witch that does any of that, but they don't, like, they're not bad people, you know, they're good people. Inspiration. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, the Weird Sisters hand in hand is joining as the Weird Sisters hand in hand as joining hands is the first step in a round or ring dance. Thus, to go about thrice to thine and thrice to mine and thrice again to make up 9. And so the witches spin 3 times to the left, 3 times to the right, and then back again 3 more times to make a total of 9 full rounds. They end the dance with peace. The charms wound up, and the demonologists and folklorists agreed that the traditional witches' round was used to strengthen or spin up the power of all dancers. Divination, focus on celebration and performance, creative routines with fellow professionals. Well, that's fun. All right, well, that's it. I've already gone way too long. I wasn't expecting this to be this long. But, yeah, so, I like the deck. The artwork is interesting because it's, you know, old picture drawings. You know, what are they called? Ooh, block drawing. I forget what they're called. Wood block drawings, I think. I mean, it's definitely an interesting deck. I think I would use it much more if the divination part was here. You know, it's going to be one of those decks I have to use the book with, and that kind of irritates me. All right, so this is the Deamon Tarot, which is not a tarot. This is not a tarot. This is an oracle deck. I wish they hadn't put tarot on there. I knew it was an oracle deck because I read the description, or I should say I read the reviews, but it is misleading in that respect. Other than that, it's pretty cool. It's kind of a cool deck. All right, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day wherever you are. Blessings and